Welcome back to the Summer Exclusive. I'm Reese Allen, and here to inform you first on the latest COVID-19 vaccine availability update is Hannah Hutter.
Thanks, Reese. With life returning back to normal with the COVID vaccine in high demand, poorer nations are starting to run out of the vaccines being provided to them. The World Health Organization's senior advisor, Dr. Bruce Aylward, says the COVAX program was able to deliver 90 million COVID doses to 131 countries. This shortage is coming in the midst of a third wave of the disease in Africa. Less than 2% of Africa's population has been given the vaccine, but South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has called for an end to vaccine hoarding by wealthier countries as cases climb. COVAX set a target goal of providing 2 billion doses worldwide by the end of this year, but distribution has been slower than planned with manufacturing delays and supply disruptions. However, President Joe Biden recently announced his plan to donate 55 million vaccines to countries in need. 41 million would be distributed through COVAX, while the remaining would be given to the countries deemed as a priority. These vaccines do not include the 500 million President Biden said the United States would donate to COVAX earlier this month.
This past Saturday, the United States celebrated June 19th, otherwise known as Juneteenth, which marks the day in which slavery was officially ended in the United States. The Emancipation Proclamation was signed into law by Abraham Lincoln in 1863, calling for the end to almost 250 years of slavery in the United States. But it took another 2 full years for all slaves to be set free. On June 19, 1865, federal troops marched into Galveston, Texas, and enforced the emancipation, which freed the remaining 250,000 slaves in the state. Since then, Juneteenth has been a day to remember and celebrate the end of slavery. In fact, Juneteenth has been a state holiday in Texas since 1979. This year, however, the United States officially recognized Juneteenth as a federal holiday, honoring the end of slavery. While many are glad to see this holiday being recognized, they're still waiting for progress to be made on anti-lynching, voting rights, and police reform bills. That's all I have for now. Entertainment with Rihanna Dozier and Grant Hines is up next.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another fun-filled session of the entertainment segment here on the Summer Exclusive. I'm Grant Hines, along with Rihanna Dozier this week. And this past week, America's First Family, the beloved Kardashians, ended their show with a reunion to commemorate the 14 years and 20 seasons of fun, heartbreak, and lots of drama that they had. So a whole range of topics were discussed, Rihanna, but we only have time for a few today, so let's get to the big ones. So did you watch, by the way?
I watched part of it, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you see both parts, like part 1 and 2? Did you see like a little bit of both parts?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So one of the big things was that first I want to mention that you could like tell the show was ended because of a business decision and not like a sentimental one.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, as some may not know, Kris Jenner wanted more money, but E wouldn't give it to her. So she said she threatened to leave, but she wasn't really going to leave, but E called her bluff. And the show ended. So it was a business decision that they ended the show. And you could tell by the ending and the reunion. The reunion was hosted by Andy Cohen, who does all the Housewife franchise reunions. Oh, the other thing is that coincidentally, the day after part 2 of the reunion, that Monday, E reported that Khloe and Tristan broke up. What do you think about that? That was like pure coincidence, I guess. Because the reunion's filmed like weeks in advance.
Yeah.
And I mean, Khloe said they were doing fine at the reunion. And so, yeah, I guess that was just pure coincidence that they broke up the day after.
I just kind of always thought of them as like a toxic pair. And yeah. I kind of thought that in a way, instead of bringing out the best in each other, that they brought out the worst in each other and their petty sides. And I just think it was always toxic from the beginning. And I don't think they ever should have been together.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. So I've actually been watching the old episodes because I'm in the house doing nothing. And so I'm like at the point where she's divorcing Lamar, and she was really like heartbroken by that. Chloe really values family dynamic. And so I think, especially with her having a child with Tristan, she really, wanted to keep and hold on to that family dynamic. But he's such a dirty dog. He's such a cheater that she's like really conflicted right now. Like, do I just keep giving him second chances or, let him go? And
Hmm.
this is the first time they've broken up. And so I think she's still conflicted, even though they've broken up. And so basically, they got back together last fall. Sources tell E that she felt too betrayed by him. I know what she wants. She wants family dynamic. She wants a relationship with her baby's father, a romantic one. But I just think they're better off as friends. And with everything, it takes time. And so, poor Chloe. She's been through so much in her life.
Yes.
But do you have anything to say about that before we move on?
No, just that. I mean, I'm glad that they're over, and I really hope that they stay over and that it's not like oh, I'll forgive him, because there have been times in the past where Chloe's been super naive and easy to forgive, I think. And I mean, just people in general, not even talking about boyfriends, just like people in general. And I think that sometimes you have to actually stand your ground and know what you deserve, and she deserves better. And so I kind of feel like this is not the end. I just have this feeling that it's not the end, but I hope that it is.
Yeah. Next story, Brittany, free Brittany. But briefly before we have to go, we have like a minute left. She had her another conservatorship hearing on this past Wednesday, and she spoke for the first time. She got to address the judge for the first time, and she basically said, bottom line, she's miserable. This has nothing to do with her mental health anymore. If we go back to 2008, when she was placed under the conservatorship, she was placed under the conservatorship by her father for mental health reasons, but obviously those were temporary. She was getting help for that. And in fact, her being under the conservatorship made her mental health even worse. And when I read the leaked transcript, from her court testimony, it literally broke my heart, because she's like, I can't imagine being miserable for that long.
Mm-hmm.
And even now, like after her testimony, we still don't know when she's going to get out.
Right.
There's hope that she could, but who knows how long this might last again. But yeah, if you're not free Brittany after this, then you need to reevaluate yourself. So
I completely agree.
yeah. But yeah, that is all the juicy hot topics we have for this week. I'm Grant Hines, that's Rihanna, and stay tuned for more juicy hot topics next week on the summer exclusive. Free Brittany. Bye.
Free Brittany.
Thanks. Next is Fashion with Lizbeth.
Hello everyone, welcome back to this week's Summer Exclusive Fashion. My name is Lizbeth Ramirez, and today we're going to be discussing mini bags, flip-flop heels, and 4th of July fashion. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is the mini bag. If you were wondering what a mini bag is, this is the mini bag. It's just a little purse. I also have this one right here. It's a little bigger, but it's still considered a mini bag. You wear them, you can do it like this, or you can wrap it around your shoulder like this. It's whatever you like to do. They're not that big. I think that they're really just more for the aesthetic. You just, you take a picture with them on Instagram, or if you're going out to like a little date or just something casual, you can do it. But if you're the type of person that uses a purse to put everything in it your whole life, this is not the bag for you. I have some sunglasses in here, a name tag, and some AirPods. You can even put like a phone in here, maybe. It depends on how big the mini bag is. And some lip gloss, but you can't really put a lot in it. They're really cute and stylish. And they're kind of like an accessory. I mean, they are an accessory, but they're just like the style. It's a staple piece, but it's not really something that you do if you want to put a lot in there. But they are nice. My favorite brands to buy from are Steve Madden. This one's from Steve Madden. It's really not that big, and it's on the cheaper side, but it's still cute. I would also say Coach is a good brand to buy from, and Telfar. Coach has the cutest bags right now, the cutest mini bag, and it's so cute, and it has like the little C on it, and honestly, they are really in right now and they're really trendy. So if you like mini bags, or if you don't like purses but you want to start wearing purses or using purses, I would say start off with something like this. That's what I did because I did not like purses before this. So yeah. The next thing, flip-flop heels. So flip-flop heels have made a comeback. I always say that about everything, but they really have, you guys. Flip-flop heels were a big thing in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, but then after that, they went away. Like, you could wear them, but it wasn't something that you saw everybody wear. It wasn't something that you really saw as like elegant, I guess you could say, but now people are wearing it in different types of ways. I've seen people wear them with like biker shorts and like a blazer, and they put the flip-flop heels on, or they'll do like a dress and go to like a party or church or whatever you like to do. Or there's also people that wear them with like straight jeans and a cute little top, just like a casual vibe. You can honestly pair with anything, and they're so cute. They have like the V, it's really like a flip-flop. You just add a bit of heel. They come from like 1 inch, like this small, to like 5-inch heels. But they're so cute. And like I said, there's one for everybody. I don't have a particular brand that I buy from, but you can literally go on any website that is selling heels and you will find one for you, I promise. The last thing that I'm gonna be talking about is 4th of July fashion. 4th of July is coming up, and if you are a patriotic person, then you are getting ready to see what you're gonna wear. And yes, you can wear the whole flag all over you, but if you want to go for like a more subtle look, I would say just wear a cute crop top or like a shirt like this, just a white top, some straight black jeans, and you can do like the red shoes and a red bag, or blue shoes and a red little bag, or some sunglasses that are red or blue, you know, whatever color you want to do. Or you could also do a dress, just a cute little casual dress. T-shirt dresses would be best, and it can be white or it can be blue, and then you just style it with some like white Vans and a cute little red bag. You know, you have all the colors there, but you're still being like less flag, if that makes any sense. But if you want to incorporate the flag and have the full thing with the stars, you could also just do like a graphic tee that has the flag on it and tie it in a knot, and then you can do some jeans or a skirt and then pair it with your favorite pair of shoes. It can be heels or it can be just regular shoes. It can be regular shoes, yeah. Flip-flop heels if you have some, and they'll just be like red or blue, or you can do white too. It just really depends on what you're feeling, but those are the 3 types of styles that I've been seeing a lot, and I think would be a little more like touched down and subtle, but still cute and representing. You can obviously see that I have red right here, white right here, and blue in the background. I didn't even realize I did that. So yeah, just something like that, just something subtle. But unfortunately, that is all the time I have for today. Thank you for joining me on this week's fashion, and see you next time.
Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you a day in my life in Grosse Pointe Farm, Michigan. Now there's not a lot to do here in my little town, but we do live on a lake. Hello, we are out on the water. It only took us like 5 minutes because we were coming from right over there. It is a little cold. It's also a Tuesday, so there's nobody out right now, but we're gonna make the most of it, and it's nice. It's just kind of cold. I am inside the cabin of my boat because it is freezing outside. I jumped in the water, but I have been trying to get warm for like an hour. So we are going to head back onto the dock, which gives me the perfect opportunity to tell you guys a little bit about fish flies, which I don't know if you guys know what they are. I'm hoping you don't, because they are nasty little bugs, and we are going to tell you all about them right now. Living near a lake has many benefits, except for one little thing. Every summer we get something called fish fly season. Now it's supposed to be a sign for a very healthy lake, so even though it's annoying if you don't get fish flies, it's supposed to mean that your lake's not healthy. Thankfully, we have tons of fish flies every single year. The season starts at the beginning of June and runs till the end of July. There's not too many around me right now because it is cold cold, very cold for a summer day, very out of the blue for Michigan. But we're gonna find one. I'm gonna show you the fish fly. They don't have any mouths, which is why they live most of their lives underwater. But when they come out of the water, they only live for up to 7 days because they don't have any mouths, so they're just flying around. It's a really sad life to be a fish fly, so let's go find one. I caught a fish fly. Here's what it looks like. This one, ooh, I can feel it. Oh, it's kind of tickling. Here is what it looks like. It is a very pesky little creature. Look at its legs. It's very harmless. They fly all over you in the summertime and you can't even feel it. Any of your outdoor events will be kind of littered with fish flies, but they die in 7 days and then you just wash them off. It's not a big deal. It's just a pesky little fun fact about Lake Town. How would you describe fish fly season to somebody that had no idea what it is?
I'd say don't come between mid-June and early July. No, I would say you can come, but I would just say that there's a bunch of insects that they don't make sound, they don't do anything. They just kind of fly around and they hang around for a few weeks. They determine the health of our lake and then they disappear. They go, they die and go. So it's really a harmless thing.
What do you think about fish flies?
Oh gosh, you know why they're called fish flies? Because when they die, it smells like fish all over the place. It is disgusting. It's only for about 4 or 5 days in the season, but it's enough to make your stomach churn.
What is the best part about fish flies?
When they're all gone.
What's the worst part about fish flies?
Well, you know, sometimes when you're driving at night during fish fly season, it's like a storm of flies just hitting your windscreen. And it's like something out of a horror movie.
Shall we go show them?
Sure.
Okay, let's go. All right, so we waited until it was dark. As you can tell, the lighting's not good right now. It's super dark, but the fish flies usually swarm to the lights and you can see all of them. But something very strange has happened this year and we literally drove all over town and could not find a single one. Now I'm going to put pictures right here to show you what it usually looks like this time of year and every other week. This particular week, there had been hardly any fish flies, which I think is crazy. Isn't it unusual, Dan?
It's unusual, but I think it's because we had that massive storm.
Yes. But we're gonna keep looking. We're gonna keep looking. Unfortunately, my dad and I could not find any fish flies when we drove around our entire town, and it's because, as you can see, the weather is dark and gloomy. There has been massive wind, torrential rain. They're comparing it to the flooding of 2014. Our parks are closed, our streets are flooded. We can't even get back onto our boat because that's how bad the weather is, and we're only going to be getting more of that type of weather. It's going to be going on for the entire week, and because of that, the fish flies hide in the bushes. They get blown away by the wind, and it's really hard to show what they look like because they're all hiding. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed following me around in a day of my life and learning more about fish flies. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of the Summer Exclusive. We hope to see you next week with more news. Until then, I'm Hannah Hutter. Have a great week.